Yeah, signing to Hospital back in the day was a really good feeling. It was always like a label that we were big fans of. So
it's hard to think it's been three years now. Like it still feels pretty fresh for us. So.
Yeah, we feel like we're the new boys, but we're not anymore. So.
No. The idea of making an album came about as soon as we got signed. We knew that Hospital were a label that always worked with album projects, and yeah, so we knew that we were going to have to do one, or do a few. So yeah.
It's hard to separate.
The process for every tune is completely different. It's usually one of us that will start the idea, and then if it's a really good idea, then the track just gets done really quickly because we're both really inspired.
The process is very much one of us will just come up with a sketch and send it to the other one, and then the other one will feel inspired by it and fill it out with more stuff. So. We wouldn't usually write a song acoustically first and then put it into a D&B song. It's usually we usually start songs knowing that it's going to be a drum and bass track or a house track or whatever. And but in terms of how the vocal stuff fits into it, it's usually Fred that will take one of our sketches and then write to it.
On our last album, it was most of the vocals were written by whoever was actually ended up singing them.
Or you co-wrote them.
Or I co-wrote them.
Our pot of tunes for album 1, The Recognize, was not that much bigger than the songs that were actually made it on there, but I mean, the last 6 months of finishing it, we knew what songs were going to be on there.
Yeah, I think in the whole maybe like 2 years that we were writing sketches, we probably made about 50 or something, but then a lot of them just weren't, just not good enough.
Yeah, it was more just practice.
Yeah.
Like you would like learn some things about an idea and be like, okay, well, I'm just going to write something new and incorporate that kind of technique into it, and yeah, it's all about just doing it a lot. I mean, the last 6 months of finishing it, we knew what songs were going to be on there. Give or take a few tunes that. So one tune that's actually on the new remix album called 3D Glasses was a song that was going to be on the album and then didn't quite make it, didn't quite fit in. So it's nice to be able to include that on this remix album.
I think we just both really like emotional music, so that's the sort of influence that sort of comes through.
The inspiration from each song was from something we were feeling at the time. It's different to like a concept album where you have like a kind of, you know where you're going to go with it before you even start it.
We were really surprised and pleased that we got nominated for Best Album of the AIM Award. It was completely unexpected.
Yeah, the response to the album has been really good. Got some really nice comments from people, and it's been the driving force as to why we want to like really get the second one under our belt, because I think everyone's going to like it a lot more. The Dan Dakota remix of Maverick Souls, that was kind of like a personal one for us in terms of like we reached out to him and got him to do it.
Fredric Robinson's done a remix of Major Happy that I think is really good. He's the other Fred in drum and bass. I've never met him, but I'm sure he's lovely.
Yeah, he's
really cool mix.
Perfect man for the job, really, wasn't he?
Yeah, especially because he's called Fred.
The next step for us artistically after Recognize is to yeah, get back in the studio. We're taking a few months off in the new year to like finish a second album. It's basically going to be a much more refined, mature version of the sound that we've kind of built up over the years.